Namaskaram. The election campaign, the election fever has kick-started. We have another 50 more days to go, so the ground level pitch is getting boiled up, the things are getting heated up. So this is the initial phase of the complete election strategies, which will be coming down and hit you very soon. Most of you might be already receiving a lot of updates from the potential contestants seeking your first or best preference, and this is a very likely scenario in every election campaign. So as a voter, this series is to help you to make some informed decision making. Whom should you vote for, where should you vote, and why should you vote? So those are the elements which I am planning to cover, because these were the questions which I had a member myself. So this is to facilitate the thought process so that it is helpful to my fellow fraternity as well. Now coming on to the basics, we would cover separately the differences between central council, the roles and responsibilities, also the regional council, and what are the 5 different councils, and what are the council strength in each of those, and what is the representation from each of this council to the central council. So these are multiple aspects which will be covered separately in this video. This is very a basic and intro video. To begin with, there are 55,010 members, roughly 55,000 members who are from the Southern India Regional Council. So the total denominator voter base is 55,000, out of which close to 4,000 are in abroad. So if you look at the statistics more specifically, the exact figure would be 55,013, or there would be a variation of 5 to 10, and out of which the males are 77.7%, which is pretty high, which amounts to 42,725, and the female population is 122,888. So it's again 22% of the entire voter base is females. Now moving on more specifically, a chunk of the population is residing in Tamil Nadu itself, Chennai being the headquarters, so obviously it makes a lot of sense, and Karnataka, which is another 15,790, the numbers are used, and Telangana, the strength is 8665, and Andhra Pradesh 5042, and Kerala 6727, Pondicherry 156. So if you look at the overall breakup, you can have an understanding the number of CAs in each and every southern India state, and obviously Chennai has the numbers most of the time. And if you look at particular city wise categorization, Chennai and Bangalore alone amounts to 49% of the voter base in the entire South India. So that's something amazing. So 50% of the voter base are coming from only 2 cities. So that is the reason why people flock to Chennai and Bangalore to get their jobs, or for any big 4 or any other firm which has decent presence would always begin at Chennai and Bangalore. Next comes Hyderabad, which comes with a figure of 6875. So these are the facts for your very basic understanding. And specifically, you can categorize the member base into members in practice and members in industry, which we will do eventually, but right now this is what it is. So for you to have a brief understanding of the contestants, there are 24 contestants who are contesting to the central council from southern India. 24 contestants, out of which 7 contestants are from Chennai, and 7 contestants are from Hyderabad, and 4 contestants are from Andhra Pradesh, 2 from Karnataka, and 2 from Kerala. So that's a brief breakup of various contestants, and there would be 1 or 2 differences subject to the withdrawal of the nomination. That is how it is. And coming on to the regional council, there are 31 contestants who are fighting for 12 spots in the southern India regional council, and here a chunk of the contestants, say 8 contestants are from Chennai, and the next is followed by Hyderabad and Bangalore respectively. So this gives you a basic phenomena, and as we dig deeper, I will provide you greater information about who are the specific contestants and what are the strengths and weaknesses, so that you will make an informed decision making. And please understand that these set of videos are only to provide you basic information, or our target is to increase the numbers. Last time the voter percentage is around, voter turnout is around 47%. This time we are anticipating a 50% turnout. So as a member myself, I am putting in all my efforts to make sure that the numbers increase, and we are doing a lot of ground level work. So I will be meeting a lot of chartered accountants, probably meeting one of you pretty soon. So we are covering a lot of cities to understand the requirements, to understand what are their expectations from the institute, so that the gap is bridged between the numbers and the institute, so that we reinvent ourselves in the near future. 2020 is a time where I would like to see my profession CA with greater respect and greater credibility, as I mentioned in my earlier video. And apart from this, instead of giving some superficial inputs, we have done a lot of ground level work. So this is the complete list of contestants, with their previous number of votes. We will cover everything in detail in the upcoming videos, but we are just giving the basic preferences, the first preference votes last time, so that we can fancy what are the chances this time. So these are the list of contestants, and also the election code of conduct. So some of you might be wondering whether sending mails is accepted, sending WhatsApp messages is accepted. So everything has been given here in great detail. So I will be discussing most of the points in a separate video, election code of conduct. And apart from that, so these are the ceiling and election expenses. So as you can see, the ceiling and election expenses is 12 lakhs for the central council level and 8 lakhs for the regional council level, and the expenses details have to be submitted to the institute within 15 days of the election. These are the forms through which the expenses details needs to be submitted. An appeal to the members asking not to send too much of WhatsApp mails, and please understand that there has to be some level of minimum communication, without which you cannot know what the member is saying, but too much of the contestant information is also not too good. It is essential for us to mutually strike a balance. And all of these are linked to the elections, and these are election FAQs from 2015, because this time the FAQs have not been released. So I went back to 2015 to understand what are the restrictions and which are not going to change significantly this time. So when we provide clarity, we will go to this amount of detail, so that your watch time is valued. Even if you are spending 2 to 3 minutes with him talks, it is my responsibility to ensure that there is some good level of value added, and there has to be somebody who needs to get their hands dirty. If we are looking at change, there has to be a bunch of people who need to focus and work the ground level details, so that the change can be initiated. So my appeal to you all is, please spend some time and please get interested in the election process, so that you can cast your vote more meaningfully and in an informed manner. Hope this video is helpful. Stay tuned to Him Talks for all our further updates. Namaste.